The overall winner is Julie Egbert.
What about the shock treatment?
He did what he did in her own best interests. I believe the doctor. She needed the treatment and she simply wasn't in a fit state to give permission for
And
it.
that is a cop-out and you know it. She's entitled to see justice done and receive compensation, isn't she, Ben?
Well, I wouldn't like to give an opinion on that without knowing more details of the case.
Obviously not going to get any more details if my mother has anything to do with it.
Mrs. Slattery. Thanks, Mrs. Slattery. What are you doing with the suitcase? Quick, come on, Molly. Oh, quickly! Come on, quick. Get the suitcase. Come on, quick.
Nora! What's the matter? It's Fred. There's blood everywhere. She's dead.
Think she'll be all right?
Depends how badly she cut herself.
They're coming.
She okay?
She's not going to cark it, is
Get
she?
inside. How bad is she?
You heard what Miss Ferguson said. Inside. Ladies, I'm going to have to ask you a few questions.
Whoopie-doo.
What was that, Kelly?
Nothing, Miss Ferguson. Now, this will only take a minute. Keane is in no danger, but we don't quite know as yet the full extent of her injuries.
Gee, that's good. I was worried.
Did she say anything to anybody? Well, did she appear unduly upset or depressed about anything?
She was scared she'd be sent back to the mental hospital.
Why would she think that?
Bloody Wiseman as good as told her, according to Reb.
She must have been mistaken.
She was convinced you lot wanted to cart her out of here. We tried to talk around it.
All right. I'll report it to the governor. Has anyone anything else to add?
Try Wiseman.
You don't seem unduly upset, Kelly. You get used to it, don't you? Get used to what? The crazies coming in. Cass Parker and Pixie Mason. Dingbats, a lot of them. And you think Keane was crazy? Well, what do you reckon? I don't reckon. I'm not a psychiatrist. Well, you don't have to be a shrink to work it out. Sane people don't slash their wrists. Yeah, that's right. Well, maybe now she'll get the right kind of treatment. Perhaps you can even say hello to her old friends, Parker and Mason.
Electric shock treatment. Human rights violated. It's pretty meaty stuff if it's true.
Of course it's true. Look, if you're not interested, I'll take it elsewhere. I'm sure the Inquirer would jump at the chance.
Hang on, I didn't say I wasn't interested, but I'm not about to cop a libel suit either. This bit about her not giving permission for the ECT. Have you got any documentation or other evidence to back it up?
I've given you the story. It's up to you to investigate it.
Hey, at least give me a name and contact number. Maybe we could talk about it over dinner tonight.
Oh, we're taking a risk. They'll have our photos plastered over the front page of every newspaper.
Well, of course they will. This American character has to know what we look like.
So will everyone else, including the police.
We've only just escaped. I mean, they won't have time to get the photos ready yet.
Oh, I hope they don't use those old photos from Barnhurst. They make me look like a dowager. And you don't look any better either.
The American is after talent, not appearance. Thank God in your case.
Oh, look. The hubcap.
Madam.
The condition. Don't you get all huffy. This could be worth quite a lot of money.
This is no time for think about trading. Now get rid of that and the stupid umbrella. Done nothing but slow us down since we found this road.
People throw everything away. It's totally irresponsible. It's just a throwaway society. What is it?
I can hear a car coming.
Oh, my goodness, what if it's the police?
No, it looks like a farmer. I'll wave him down.
No, do you think we should? I've read about farmer types. They can be a little bit uncouth.
Rubbish. Now just get rid of that junk. If anything will make them suspicious, that will. G'day. You got room for a couple of passengers?
No worries. One of left to ride up the back of me junk, though.
Oh, Willie won't mind. Will you, Willie?
Hey, Hartley. Maybe Reb will organise a talent quest over at the Ingleside dump. Get you over to play Jack the Ripper, eh? Take it easy, Lou.
Shut up and work. We've got a quota to meet.
What's eating you, Flint? Can't you take a joke?
I'm sick of you laughing about Reb.
Diddums, I'm not crying for that bitch.
No one's asking you to. So stop making it hard for those of us who do care.
All I know is that Keane never did nothing without a reason.
Hell, Lou, she might have died.
Oh, what's a bit of blood? Someone was going to go by a cell. I told you she wasn't stupid.
Quick, turn up this tranny! This is a pile of junk.
Well, it goes a bit funny sometimes. What's all the excitement about?
Heard a news flash in the staff room.
Don't tell me. Boy George can't do the prison gig.
Well, what was it about? Oh, what's the matter with this thing?
Oh, you rotten bugger, you busted it. Are you going to tell us or not?
It's Willie and May. They've escaped.
Well, from what the women said, Keane tried to commit suicide because she couldn't stand the thought of going back to Ingleside.
Oh, so much for our attempt to get her released. Did you contact Eric Weissman about
Yes,
it?
I did, and he was surprised as the rest of us. He said that she showed no indication of suicide when he talked to her whatsoever.
Yes, well, unfortunately, psychiatry's not the perfect science we'd like it to be.
Will you be talking to the minister about it?
If I can get through. I tried to ring him before about something else, but he's flat out with the escape. Aren't we all? Hello? Well, give him a no comment and put him onto the department, would you, Andrea? And if any other journalists phone, tell them the same. Thanks. Talk about persistent. Normally I'd be furious with them.
Yes, well, Inspector Gordon's certainly done a good publicity job. From the radio report that I heard, he made Collins and Beecham sound like Bonnie and Clyde.
Yes, well, all stops out to make them attractive to this American. I hope nothing goes wrong. The police are quite convinced they're quite dangerous. Now, where were we?
Keane, do you think the minister will allow her to return here?
I'm recommending it. But what our friend Mr. Dwyer will do after that, I don't know. Yes? Andrea, I thought I told you to... Oh, I see. Well, put him through, will you? Mr. Rogers? Well, no, No, I will not make any of our files available to you. If you want any more information, I suggest you ring the department. Goodbye. Damn.
More questions about the escape?
No, that was someone called Rogers from the Clarion. Seems he got hold of a copy of the Wentworth Free Press. He's going to do an expose on Reb Keane and human rights.
What I can't understand is why they'd be so silly as to run off like that. Can you think of a reason, Meg?
No, I'm as surprised as you are.
Now, this Reb Keane business. Oh, what a dreadful day it's turned out to be.
How's Mervyn taken your refusal of the house?
Bravely, I suppose. It's just that his timing was so bad, straight after the funeral like that.
You're most welcome to come and have dinner with me if you like. I mean, if it'll help.
Thanks anyway, but I think it'd be best if we spent a quiet night at home, and I'm not looking forward to discussing everything yet again either.
Well, they finally did it, eh?
Who?
Beecham and Collins prove what idiots they really are, and how slack security is.
Well, you heard Pat's report. They overpowered her.
Any word on Keane?
Yes, she's had a blood transfusion, but apparently she's quite comfortable.
Oh, that poor girl. How could anyone do such a thing to themselves?
Did she say anything about why she did it?
No? Have you heard anything?
No. But then if she hadn't done it, I'm quite sure someone else would have.
Graham already tried to get one paper out. How do I know one of you didn't somehow succeed with another?
I'd know if someone was trying to smuggle out a paper. We all would.
I also know you've got a no-lagging code.
I'm not trying to protect anyone, Mrs. Reynolds. I'm telling you it didn't happen.
Is there any way it could have happened without your knowledge?
No. I mean, what do you want me to do? Try and track down all the copies?
Did you give a copy of the paper to one of the staff?
Only one to... It's funny, I can't remember who it is.
I know about the copy you gave my daughter. Did anyone give any others out? Could the garbage disposal man have found one by accident? In the kitchen refuse, for instance?
Anything's possible.
Yes, I'm beginning to think it is. Thank you, Flynn. That'll be all.
Oh, any more word on Reb?
She's very lucky, as it turned out. No permanent damage.
You know, she shouldn't be in prison after what she's been
I'm not in
through.
the mood for advice, Flynn. Especially not from you.
Can you tell us what's going to happen to her after they patch her up?
That's for the doctors to decide.
What, like Dr. Wiseman?
He'll be acting on Weissman's advice.
He's as likely to lock her in the funny farm again and give them
enough. I won't have you meddling in this, Flynn. Miss Davis?
Here we go, ladies. Not for Hilton, but nowhere near as dear either.
Oh, I couldn't possibly reside in this disgusting place. It's worse than that farmer's truck. Smells awful.
Manners, madam. Noddy's gone to a lot of trouble to help us. The least you could do is say thank you.
Anything for a couple of old mates.
There are fleas here.
No worries. I'll let in the flea magnets for tonight.
The what?
Flea magnets. Cats. They'll get rid of the mice too. No extra charge.
They'll spread the fleas, not get rid of them.
Of course, we had a better class of flea inside, didn't we, dear?
Really is a bit grotty up here. I haven't been up here for a while now. I didn't expect you girls to pop in. And you too, madam. What's she up to?
She's an expert in junk. She's dedicated her life to collecting it.
I heard that. This is junk. Couldn't get a used cigarette butt for the lot of it.
You can have anything you find. Should have tipped the lot long ago.
Well, how much?
For the junk?
The room.
Ah, not for sale. I couldn't ask you for money. Not me old pal May Collins. Remember the time when you and we would...
Yeah, and how much will you ask for me when you finish buttering me up?
35.
A week?
A day.
Willie, come on, we're leaving.
Now, just a minute, I'm looking.
No offence, Noddy, but you're still an old crook.
From you, that's a compliment. OK, you've talked me down. 35 a week. Final offer. I only got to put a notice in the window. The room's gone.
Oh, yeah, that's why it's been empty for years, right?
Well, come on.
Done.
Right.
But 2 weeks in advance.
Good. Now, that's $70 even.
Nah, you don't understand. I want you to give me 2 weeks in advance.
May, you drive a very hard bargain.
Thanks, Noddy. Now, look, we're going to need some food and clothing.
You did say I could have anything I found, didn't you?
That's me, Willie. The world's softest touch. Excuse me.
I could have bargained him down to 20 if you hadn't barged in as usual.
Well, you're not the only one that can bargain, madam. I did get 2 weeks for nothing.
Yes, I should think so. It's so dirty.
Well, at least we're safe. And I want us to stay that way until we find this yank. And after that, it can be the Hilton and Inspector Gordon can pay.
Reynolds as good as said she won't be coming back.
Bloody hell, eh?
Good riddance, I say.
Freak was right. Maybe you even helped her along a bit with a kind word in her ear.
Oh, come on, you lot don't know how lucky you are to be rid of her.
I hope Reb knows how lucky she is to have friends like you and the freak in here.
Hey, you're on. Who escaped from prison today.
Oh, give him heaps, Annie, mate.
But
those photos make him look like real criminals.
Police spokesman described both women as very dangerous.
Dangerous? Someone with their wires crossed.
Go after one, they're back for
Advised
breakfast.
to avoid contact and phone their nearest police station or D24.
Oh, bloody hell,
Some
is that
further
all?
news from the crime
Did he say anything about wanting to escape?
Police
For
have
me?
arrested and
Anyone
charged
else?
a man with the hit-and-run murder of Harriet Formby. His name
all
is
that
Stephen,
stuff about
the dead woman's husband. Inspector Grace of the Homicide Squad is heading the investigation. Now to today's...
What's the matter with you, Jen? You look as though you've seen a ghost. I just heard on the news. Stephen Formby's been arrested for murdering Aunt Harriet. You know what that means?
He helped you knock over your granny.
Finally, they'll know he was quite capable of murdering Nana. Hi.
You've done it again, haven't you? Gone straight over my head to the press.
Anne, I know what you're thinking,
It's
but
not very complimentary, I can tell you. Pippa, you gave me your word. What on earth do you think you were doing?
Anne, I know you wanted to help, but the same thing happens every time. Miles and miles of red tape. The system has to be fought if we're ever going to achieve anything.
I am the system. It's me you're fighting. Or hasn't that even occurred to you?
I didn't give the reporter my name. It won't get back to you.
Oh, no, it'll just mean the minister hauling me over the coals about security and warning me that I'm not irreplaceable.
Anne, I'm sorry. Really, I am.
In case you're interested, Keane attempted suicide this afternoon.
No.
Yes. And instead of using my time to find a solution to a problem, I'll now be fending off reporters, all courageously fighting the system.
Is there anything I can do?
Yes, nothing.
I haven't heard anyone do that for years.
Sorry, I didn't want to disturb you.
I was just thinking about May and Willie. Who would have thought?
I hope they're all right.
Yeah, so do I. Want a cuppa?
Oh, yes, please.
Must be a relief for you to know they caught Steve.
Yes. Oh, it's funny, you know. I never liked Aunt Harriet, especially after the trial. Now I just feel sorry for her. Family. That's what matters, isn't it?
Couldn't agree with you more.
I hope Inspector Grace makes life hell for him. Make him suffer for everything he's done. God, I sound like some sort of avenging angel.
Sounds pretty human in my book.
Or hard.
You didn't go under, love. That's the main thing. And whatever else it's made you a survivor. There.
Thanks, Nell.
Well, I thought I'd keep watching it while Willie's on the run. Then I can tell her all about it in case she misses it. Geez, you'll never believe what's been happening. Well, there's this guy called John. He's got an incurable disease. I think he got it in the Amazon. Anyway, the only doctor in the whole world who can cure him is in love with his stepsister. Oh, but she hates John's guts, so she won't... Good day, Lex. I was just telling Lou about Willie's TV show.
Yeah? Rack off, Patterson. I'm busy.
Why don't you disappear, Lurch? I want to have a chat to Lou.
Stay put.
I want to talk to you alone.
There's no sense in me hanging around.
I said stay put. Patterson won't be staying long anyway. Will you?
Not if you give me the $100, you owe me.
Oh, forget it. I'm not the bloody Bank of England.
Fine, I'll take it out in fags then. You owe me 49 packets.
49, eh? Why don't we make it 50? It's a nice round figure.
Suits me.
Listen, if I have to say no to you
I'm
again,
only
Patterson,
asking what's owing to me.
and I'm telling you, you won't get it.
Fine. I'll pass your message on to the council.
Righto.
They don't like Welshers.
Hey, listen, can't we give her something? Look, they'll outvote me and then they'll come down on us like a ton of bricks.
Don't be stupid. The bloody council's on holidays. Collins and Beecham have gone bush, remember?
Yeah, well, that still leaves Nora and she's still running things.
Oh, and what's she going to do? Talk me to death? She hasn't got Lurch to back her up. That only leaves Egbert. And we all know how tough she is.
Yeah, well, what about me face powder?
Oh, what are you going to do for proof?
I don't need proof. It was you that was running that book.
Like I said, what's she going to do about it? Yep, the way I see it, no one owes anyone nothing.
Mervyn keeps telling me he understands, and I'm sure he does. But underneath it all, I'm sure he's quite hurt. Nothing I say seems to make any difference. Oh, I'm sorry, Meg. I shouldn't be going on about all this.
No, it's all right. Oh, it's just this article. The minister's going to hit the roof when he sees it.
Oh, I know. It's going to stir up a hornet's nest.
Oh, good morning.
Meg.
I suppose you've seen this
I
paper.
know. Half the reporters in Australia have already phoned me at home.
Any idea how it got out? I mean, I know
I know
Graham
exactly
tried.
where it came from, and it wasn't the women.
Oh, not Pippa, sure.
I'm afraid so. I suppose we should be thankful they haven't also found out about Keen's attempted suicide.
Do you want to have the papers censored?
No. Anything further on Beecham and Collins?
No, not as yet, I'm afraid. Oh, excuse me.
Inspector Gordon rang. So far, so good.
Thank goodness one thing's going right.
Would you hold the line a moment, please? It's the minister's secretary on the phone. The minister would like to have a word with you.
I'll take it in my office.
Right.
Keep your eyes closed.
Come on, madam, I have to try some on too, you know.
There. Now, what do you think? Would you know me?
No, you. Willie, I have just spent the worst night's sleep of my life, and here you are making a joke of it.
It's not a joke. I can't help it if that naughty character can't judge sizes properly.
We are trying to convince someone we're still top rate, not a couple of derelicts gone to seed.
Oh, man, how could you? You can be so cruel sometimes.
Well, it's for your own sake. You look ridiculous.
Well, there you go again.
What I mean is that you would stand out more in those clothes than you would in your denims.
Yes, perhaps you're right.
Of course I am.
I said perhaps, not of course.
Shh.
Brought you some more clothes. Cost me an arm and a leg, they did.
Whatever you paid, you were ripped off. Those are hideous.
Madam.
Marginally better than what we've got, I suppose.
Thought you might like to know. The cops pulled me up. Start to ask questions.
What'd you tell them?
What do you reckon? I'm not about to throw $35 a day down.
A week?
A week. Anyway, I told them nothing. You're pretty safe here, for a while anyway.
Thanks, mate.
Anytime. Love the hat.
How crass.
Come on, Willie, take the hat off. I'll try on some of these and then I'll take you out to breakfast and buy you a hamburger.
A hamburger?
Don't complain. It's junk food. You'll love it.
Me dough.
Matter, Kelly misplaced the laundry?
Oh, yeah. But next trip, hey, I just...
Just a minute. Turn out your pockets.
Oh, come on, I wasn't pinching nothing.
Both of them, come on. I thought as much. Get going.
Hello, Jennifer.
Hello.
I've got some good news for you. Steve Formby's confessed to your grandmother's murder. You're free. Must be quite a shock after all this time.
I wasn't sure if he would confess. Oh, I thought it'd feel different to this.
I can thank Inspector Grace for dragging the confession out of him. I only wish it had been sooner.
I can't tell you how pleased I am.
Thank you.
You'd better get your things together.
Pardon?
To leave. We'll have your release papers ready by the time you've packed.
It's all happening so quickly.
It's over, Jennifer. You're free.
Oh, I've imagined it so many times, it's hard to believe it's really happening.
It'll sink in soon enough.
Oh, can I say goodbye to the women?
Of course. We're not going to hustle you straight out the front gate.
I won't know what to say to them. They've done so much for me.
I'll get Mrs. Morris to take care of everything. Come in.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Governor. I have Patterson outside. I caught her in Kelly's cell, stealing.
All right, I'll see her in a moment. Off you go and pack. You don't want to stay here any longer than you have to.
Thank you, Mrs. Barry.
I'll be outside if you need me.
Eve, you look...
I've been dying to see you.
There's an officer just outside the door.
She won't come in. You're my solicitor. Not allowed to disturb us.
You can't.
She won't come in unless she's called, and you're not going to call her, are you?
It's impossible.
Please, David.
No, I want to, but in here.
Please, David. I need you.
Eve, this is
Patterson, if you think you can just stand there and make a fool of me, you've got another thing coming. Let's start again. What were you doing in Kelly's dorm?
Told you, collecting laundry.
You don't collect laundry by going through other people's lockers.
I'll handle this, Miss Ferguson. You know it's against the rules to carry money. If this is part of some scheme, I want to know about it.
Look, I told you, it was my money. I was just doing my skip rounds.
You had $20. Where did you get it? I'm disappointed in you, Patterson. I really thought you were starting to sort yourself out. I'll give you one last chance to tell me the truth. Where did the $20 come from?
Dunno.
All right. That's the way you want to play it. We'll do this the hard way. After I've talked to the other women, I'll decide on a suitable punishment.
Look, you don't have to talk to them. I mean, I'll take my punishment. It's got nothing to do with no one else.
If you're so worried about what the women will think, you shouldn't have done it in the first place.
Gee, it's really quiet with that Willie and Auntie May arguing all the time.
How do you reckon they really got away, Norm?
Hard to say. Sounds like they've got a full-scale search going.
I wonder if they really did plan it.
Oh, it's got lucky, more like it. Not that it'll do them much good.
Yeah, it's all pretty sudden, but them getting moved like that.
You come to the security gates when you're finished. I'll let you tell them.
Thanks.
Hey, you got good news written all over your face. What's happened?
Not sure quite how to tell you. They're letting me out.
Oh, Jen, that's great! When did you find out, Jen?
Howie just told me. Stephen Formby confessed to Nana's murder.
Oh, wow! What'd you do? Pay the cops to beat it out of him?
Oh, that's just what I'd expect from you. One nasty comment after another.
And me?
You're one person I won't be sorry to see the last of.
Feelings mutual, sweetheart.
You know, Lou, you could be quite good at things if you weren't so negative. I don't hate you. I just feel sorry for you.
You're breaking my heart, sweetheart.
Just ignore her, Jenny. She's not worth the trouble. Not when you're about to get out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, you won't be able to give me piano lessons anymore. Oh, not that I want you to stay in just for that.
Hey, come on. You'll be out soon yourself, as soon as your appeal comes through.
Yeah. Hey, I can come round to your place and play your big piano.
I'll miss you all.
Look after yourself out there, okay?
I'll keep in touch. We'll understand if you don't.
You won't want to know about us when you're having garden parties in that big mansion of yours.
Hey, you really going to be having garden parties?
Not straight away. I've got a lot of things to look into. Nana's estate, the house. Thanks for everything.
Hey, Lex, Jen's getting out. Yeah, her uncle confessed to everything. Oh, yeah? Great, eh?
Took your time, didn't you?
So, took a few wrong turns. What of it? Look, have you got a tick?
Sure, Lex.
Is this right about, you getting out and everything?
I'm still trying to believe it.
Yeah. Look, you couldn't do us a favour, could you?
Well, if I can.
If I give you a note, could you get to me, Mum?
Oh, I'd be happy to if I can find her.
Oh, that's easy. She's in all the papers at the moment.
Alexi, that really is your mother.
Come off it. I wouldn't be giving you a note otherwise, would I? Look, I'll get to you before you go.
Wouldn't it be better if you phoned her?
No. Now, just take the note.
The governor wants to see you. Get a move on. Hartley, don't take too long with those farewells.
Look, why don't I get her to call you?
No. Thanks. You're a mate, eh?
Mrs. Barry. Oh, thank you. We've finished now.
You wait here. I'll take Mr. Adams back to reception.
Thank you, Mr. Adams. You've been a big help.
Thank you. I'll be back. See you in a couple of days or so.
Yes, David, you will.
I want to know where that money came from.
Well, I don't know nothing about any money. We're not allowed to have any, are we?
Patterson found it in your cell.
Well, she's lying. I don't know what she's talking about.
What do you think she was doing in your cell, then?
How the hell am I supposed to know?
Watch your tongue in front of the governor.
Miss Ferguson found Patterson searching it. You don't have any idea what she expected to find?
For the 10th time, no. Why don't you ask her? She's dobbing everyone else in.
I will not tolerate stealing. I'm going to get to the bottom of this, and if I find out you've been lying, I promise you I'll throw the book at you. Do you understand?
But I ain't done
nothing. Do you understand? Have you decided what you're going to do?
Well, Howie's taking me back to the house. I'll have to start again from scratch. Everything's different now.
I'm sure Pippa will want to see a lot of you. I hope you'll still think of both of us as friends.
It'll be good to see Pippa. On the outside.
Jenny, you know, as governor of the prison, I've had to do things by the book. At times I may have seemed hard.
Don't apologise. Please. It's happened. It's too late for that.
I just want you to understand it isn't always easy.
I don't blame you, Mrs. Reynolds, but I can't forget what's happened to me either.
We'll be looking at the possibility of compensation.
I think that's the least you deserve.
Nothing can compensate for being forced to experience this place. Goodbye, Mrs. Reynolds.
Bye, Jenny.
Oh, excuse me, Governor.
It's all right, Mrs. Barry. What is it?
I was wondering if I could have a word with you.
Of course. Good luck, Jenny.
I heard the news. All the best.
Thanks, Mrs. Barry.
Bye, Mrs.
Bye, Mrs. Simmons. Would you like to come to my office?
Oh, he is fine.
I'll get Wilder back to the women.
What can I do for you?
I was hoping to ask you a small favour, actually.
Yes.
I believe Miss Wilder's things are in storage here.
What she had with her when she was brought in, yes.
Good, because I have to go to her apartment and I need the key. She said it was all right to ask.
You realise that if you bring anything in for her, we'll have
Oh,
to...
no, nothing like that. It's just me playing detective, really. Mind you, now that forensic are finished, I don't suppose there's much to look at.
Glad it's you, not me. All right, I'll get an officer to bring it out for you.
Thank you.
It was just
like cops and robbers. I would never have thought those two could run so fast. And as for that driver, talk about useless.
Don't understand Collins and Beecham being so silly as to escape.
How do you think I feel? I was supposed to be guarding them. There'll be hell to pay.
Yes.
Joyce?
Oh, sorry. Hell to pay. Isn't that what you said?
I could use some moral support. I've just lost 2 prisoners.
I must have been mistaken.
What are you on about?
Oh, it's nothing really. I feel just silly thinking about it.
Oh, come on. You've got me curious now.
Oh, no, I can't.
Oh, fair go. It must have been important. You've hardly listened to a word I've said.
Well, Eve Wilder's just been in the interview room with a solicitor.
Yeah?
Well, they were in there for about half an hour and I was on duty outside. And I heard these noises. Like they were... Oh, it's just so silly, I can't say it.
Like they were what?
Well...
You mean...
Yes.
You're kidding. I'm with a lawyer.
Oh, I know, it sounds preposterous. I'm sure I must have imagined it.
Oh, you must have. They've only just met. And in the interview room.
Oh, I know, it's ridiculous, unimaginable.
Still, if you're worried, you could always talk to the governor about it.
No, it must have been my imagination. Oh, and Pat, don't mention this to anyone, all right?
Don't worry. I've got enough on my plate without worrying about those two.
I have to thank Mr. Fulbright for me, Daphne, for getting David to take my case.
Do you call him by his first name?
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, that's the sort of person he is. He's casual. He doesn't like formality. Gee, I wish I'd had someone like that looking after me. Yes, he's very good.
Did I ever tell you that I had a crush on Mr. Fulbright? Oh, it's pretty silly expecting a lawyer to fall for me. They're too wrapped up in what they're doing, aren't they?
I won't thank you, thieving bitch.
Look, I've told you, the freak handed it over to Reno.
Well, you better come up with another 20.
All right? Take it off the 100 you owe me, eh?
No way. You heard what Lou said about it.
Look, I don't give a stuff about what Lou said. It was a straight game at 5 to 1. Now, nobody
5 to
stands
1,
for...
eh? I thought you two might have been having a scam going.
Oh, it's nothing, Nor. Friendly bet, that's all.
That's not what it looks like to me.
Yeah, well, tough. It's getting so you can't do nothing around here without Big Brother looking over your shoulder.
You lagging bitch. I should give you one right here.
Oh, who's a lagging bitch, eh?
You've been singing to the governor, haven't you? What'd you tell her? Come on, out with it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, like hell you don't. You know what we do to laggers, Patterson, and it ain't pretty.
That's enough, you two.
I'm just getting started.
Well, any time, moron.
I said
Come on,
that's
what's
enough.
going on?
Just a slight disagreement, that's all.
All right, ladies, rec period's over. You're all to go back to your dorms for a cell search.
What's up?
You'll be told. Now, come on, I haven't got all day. Hurry up. Quickly.
Told you we should have turned left.
Just keep walking.
We're going the wrong way. Oh, my poor feet. Shh! Don't you tell me to... No need to be abusive.
If we're being followed. Is it the police? I don't think so. Here it comes.
Good morning, ladies. Nice day for a stroll.
Who are you and why are you following us?
I thought you might like some assistance from an old business acquaintance.
I think I've seen him somewhere before.
So you ought to, Willie Beecham. I used to do business with your old man. God rest his soul.
Heavens to mercy, mate, it's Keith Fagan, you old scallywag. How dare you scare us like that?
Well, Keithy, how did you find us?
Well, I heard about the breakout on the news. I figured you might call on Noddy. As a matter of fact, there's a little proposition I want to put to you. See, there's this interstate job I just planned. Needs a touch of expertise. Real pushover, safe as houses. Yeah? Well, what do you say? Interested?
Well, we've got some work to do here in Melbourne.
Thanks, Keithy, but we've got to stay in Melbourne for a while.
But there's good dough in it. Look, enough to get you to Rio. No props.
Sorry.
Oh, well, fair enough. Look, if you change your mind, just tell Noddy. He knows where to find you.
You might be able to help us, though.
Yeah, how's that?
Do you know anything about this character they call the American?
Yeah, plenty. It's all bad. You haven't got yourself mixed up with him, have you?
Oh, no, of course not. We're just been a bit out of touch, that's all, trying to find out who's running what.
You take my word. Stay out of his way.
Don't know where he operates from, do you?
Don't want to either. Oh, look, better be getting on. See you.
Thanks for the offer.
Any time. Change your mind. Tell Noddy.
Hey, they got Alice's plums, those ones she nicked from the kitchen.
Serves her right if she can't stash them properly, I guess.
Shut up if I were you. It's your little scam that's caused all this. Just wait here with the others until we're finished.
Whatever you say.
You always do this sort of thing?
Only when someone does something stupid. It's getting to be a habit round here.
Don't you start, Lurch.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's fair.
Come on, put a sock in it, both of you.
Look, you don't have to tear the place apart. Who's going to clean it up?
Afraid we might find something. This plant looks a bit sick, Daphne.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what the matter with it is.
What's this? I think we found at least part of what we want. Where'd you get this from?
Oh, I don't know. I've never seen it before, honest.
Taken up gardening now, have you, Kelly?
Oh, come off it. Just because it's in here doesn't mean it was me. It could have been anyone.
Hardly anyone. Righto, you two. Outside.
Well, you don't think I'd be stupid enough to...
Outside!
You're going to pay for this, Patterson.
What happened?
Ask her. She's the one playing palsies with the screws.
Shut your face, Kelly.
Right after I shut you.
Kelly.
Stop it, you two.
Quite enough.
Patterson, any more of that and you'll be on a charge. Now, the rest of you, back and clean up your cells.
You dropped us all in it again, haven't you?
That's right. My fault as always.
Hell, going round pinching money, that's bloody stupid.
Yeah, well, you run a book your pay up and they didn't.
So why didn't you take it to the council? If Lurch is involved, we deal with her the same as everyone else.
You and your council, you're a joke. I mean, all you ever do is dish out cleaning duties.
So you did it your way. That was a great success, I must say.
Yeah, well, I would have got what was owing to me if the freak hadn't come in.
That's the whole point. Do things on your own and you come a cropper.
Oh, come off it. I've had Reno on my back all morning. I was visiting rights and my phone calls for 2 weeks. Just lay off, eh?
Haven't you forgotten something?
Such as?
Such as all the women who lost 2 weeks' buy-up because of that cell search.
Tough.
Yeah, tough.
Must be pretty exciting seeing your story in a proper paper.
Yeah. Have you seen this, Nora?
No, not yet.
They can't possibly send her back to Ingleside now. There'd be a huge outcry.
Yeah, well, she's not doing too well in here, is she?
Being locked away with all those others, how could anyone possibly recover?
You don't think they should really send her back there, do you, Nora?
No, but it won't be easy keeping her out. Not if the department's set on it.
There must be something we can do to help.
It's really up to her.
But what if she gets it wrong? Dr. Weissman will have her put away for sure.
We could always help her, remember?
How? We don't know enough about her. Hey, Alice and Lou knew her pretty good, didn't they?
Exactly. Experts on the subject's right. Tell us all we need to know.
Turn it up.
I'm not helping her. You misunderstand. I'm not asking, I'm telling. See, there's still the matter of you two running an illegal book on the talent quest.
I copped the same punishment as Patterson over that dough.
That was from the screws. But you still got the council to deal with. Unless you want to give us some information.
about Red?
There's something else I want to talk to you about. The council.
What about it?
I don't think you're setting a very good example.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The last person we need running a scam behind our backs is a member of the bloody council. Is that plain enough for you?
It wasn't me who sorted it up. Look, I didn't want to have nothing to do with it.
So you let Kelly talk you into it. So much for putting the council first.
Well, I don't know. Well, she tricked me into it. Oh, she made it seem like it was a good idea.
That's the whole point. You spend half your time swinging backwards and forwards between Kelly and the council. I reckon it's about time you decide whose side you're on.
Oh, geez, Nora. Look, it's not like you're saying. Look, all we did was organise a few bets on the beauty contest. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's plenty wrong with it when all the hot favourites suddenly pull out at the last minute. You really cleaned up, didn't you? Just like you planned.
Look, I'm telling you, it was Kelly who sorted it up. She's the one who ought to be copping it.
She will. And, you're going to be dishing it out to her.
What do you mean?
Well, you're a member of the council. You can decide the punishment.
Me?
You just said she tricked you into it. Now's your chance to get back at her.
Oh, I can't do that. Well, May and Willie aren't here. Wouldn't be official. Shouldn't be up to just me anyway.
I really think you would, Lurch. You're showing your true colours. You're off the council as from now.
You can't chuck me off the council. I was elected fair and square.
I'm still the top dog. I say you're off the council, you're off.
Bugger you then. I'm quitting. No one ever took any notice of me anyway.
Suit yourself.
Waste of time, that bloody council of yours. Bitch.
Oh, it's no use. I can't walk another step.
Oh, come on, you can't sit down here.
The police have got it wrong. Perhaps that American's not in Australia at all.
He's got to be here somewhere.
I can't think of anyone else to ask. We've been to all this trouble for nothing. We might as well have stayed in Wentworth. At least we were safe there.
Well, we've got to keep moving now. Come on. Hasn't all been bad. I mean, look at all the old friends we caught up
I
with.
suppose so.
Well, it was nice of them to offer to hide us.
We might have to take them up on it.
Quick, about face.
Oh, dear, they'll recognise us for sure.
Just keep moving and don't look round.
We can make a run for it.
But you said you couldn't walk another step.
Over here.
Thanks, whoever you are.
I know you. You're that policeman. What are you doing dressed like that?
I think it's about time you told us which side you're really on.
I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then.